As I was constructing this enormous redstone clock, I experienced a lot of head scratching issues and had to basically make this not last until the heat death of the universe, but only until the death of all life. Uh, so, yikes. But I've recently discovered why I was struggling so much. So, right here I have a T flip-flop. When I press a button, it turns off. You can tell it turns off with a redstone lamp. I can put it into my inventory, thank you. Do that, turns on. Press it again, turns off. Press it again, turns on. Press again, turns off. That is a T flip-flop. And that's what I have down here. This is a T flip-flop. The observer right here is observing this comparator. This observer is observing that. This observer is observing that. And the signal is being put into this redstone dust, fed to these four, and into the top dispenser first, and then into the bottom dropper first, and then the bottom dropper. So the way this is supposed to work is when I power this, this dispenser activates, shooting whatever's out of here into here. And then this bottom one activates, shooting this item up into the top one. So in this state right here, nothing is going to happen because where no item is going to be thrown out because there is no item here. So when I press a button, no item is thrown out, and the item in the bottom is put here. When I press a button again, there is an item here, it gets shot out and picked up, but before that can happen, this dispenser is activated, or this dropper is activated, so the item gets into the dropper and it doesn't get fired out. That. So the way it works is the comparator observes the top one to see if there's an item inside. When there is, there's a light. When there isn't, no light. This is how this should work. As you can see, this is symmetrical in all directions. All the droppers have an item in the bottom. And it's basically the same, except this time I'm observing this comparator. So let's see what happens. Without pressing the button, I'm going to click that, and as you can see, only 3 of them are active. Only 3 of them turned on. This one did turn on, and you can tell it did that. I replaced this with a button. You can see, oh, actually, that's a different bug. I mean, I guess it's the same bug, it's just affecting things differently. See, I'm figuring things out even more than usual. So, this is symmetrical. Even though the button doesn't appear symmetrical, it is symmetrical. Everything is the same. These two activate, which are in the north-south direction. This is north, this is west. So, north and south. Alright? When I replace this with redstone torch, and I input with player input here, the west, south, and east ones activate, but not the north one. This is weird. But it gets weirder because if I make the comparator output a signal that's coming from this dropper, only the south and west ones activate. This is weird. I don't know why this happens. So, by observing normal comparator input, we get south and west directions. When we input manually, we get southwest and east directions. And when we have a button, it's north and south. This is very weird. I'm now curious to test the redstone block. What? Northwest and south directions? This doesn't make sense. Does a lever change it at all? I don't think it would. Huh. See, this doesn't make a lot of sense. If I have redstone, I do this. It's the same as activating the torch, activating the redstone from the bottom. With this. So this is definitely inconsistent, and it is not helpful for builders in any way. I struggled for hours upon hours trying to get this to work because this arrangement with the observers pointing into here just so happens to work, but the same thing going in the opposite direction doesn't work. So please sort this out. Please.